What's going on YouTube? Username kite562 here, and I have another manga review for you, and it is of volume 20 of Beastars. Right here. Get the nice thumbnail. Maybe something like this. I don't know. As always, these reviews will contain some spoilers, but not enough for new readers, and Beastars is written and illustrated by Paru Itagaki and published by Viz Media. These reviews are of my own opinion, so sit back and relax and listen to what I have to say. So anyway, starting off with my first point, Goshi prepares for the turf war on the 25th while training with Q in public. Now, from where we left off on volume 19, the turf war in the back alley market doesn't happen until December 25th, Christmas Day, or in the Beastars universe, Rexmas Day. So, I'm not going to go into details about the holiday, so I'll probably save that for another video. Who knows? So, anyway, Legoshi prepares for the turf war on the 25th while training with Q in public. Now, if you remember from volume 19, Q was trying to get Legoshi to become more ferocious in battle, so she started to threaten to go after this giraffe and kill it, but Legoshi wants to protect all herbivores from such fates. So, I thought that was a really interesting take on the matter. So anyway, to continue on that point, I want to bring up the tablecloth method, just like right at the beginning of the manga. Legoshi said, it's like, you see a tablecloth with a bunch of nice cutlery on it, and as you slowly pull the tablecloth away, the tablecloth slowly makes all the silverware and plates fall off of it. If you pull hard enough, it'll just explode everywhere. And Legoshi uses this as an analogy for carnivores, like losing control of their social, societal skills and just giving into their feral instincts, pretty much. Their noses are wrinkled and they're slightly showing their fangs, and the manga panels really explain it a lot, but thankfully during the chase with Q, Legoshi realizes he wore dentures and takes them out before, funny enough, glomping on Q to stop her. So she ends up covered in drool and everything, but she mentioned within this volume that it was like seeing the Sanzu River, and a good chunk of herbivores who are about to be devoured by a carnivore see the Sanzu River, and her Sanzu River apparently is a dry desert wasteland in her mind. So she figures out a way to train Legoshi, so she wants him to fast. And then that just leads on to a whole bunch of things, but as always, read the manga and be sure to support the official release. This is not a sponsored video, so I just want to say that too and get that out of the way. So anyway, for the point, Q wants Legoshi to fast, to not eat any food, while preparing for his turf war in the public. Now, as this is going on, we get a little dive back into Saguan and 7, the merino sheep and the spotted seal from Legoshi's apartment complex, or beast apartments, whatever you want to call them, and they're kind of worried about Legoshi since he's been cooped up in his room for weeks. So, and then Saguan, or 7, mentions to Saguan that she's going to a work meeting with a large carnivore, and he mentions there's a huge event, the turf war, but he doesn't say it to 7 in public, which is a really big taboo in the Beastars universe, and I thought that was really interesting. So as the beaver or badger, hyena looking creature, I don't really know what it is. Just please let me know down in the comments below if you've read the volume. That's shaking 7's hand during this lunch meeting. I just thought it was a really eerie experience since so many carnivores are open to talking about the back alley market so publicly these nowadays, since it's Rexmas Day in their eyes, Christmas Day. So then after that whole spiel, we finally get a bounce back between Legoshi and Haru. And so Haru's been thinking about Legoshi a lot, and this scene really warmed my heartstrings because, again, she thinks about Legoshi a lot, and they finally meet up again. She finally pours her heart out to Legoshi and says, "Whenever I see the moon rise, I think of you. I buy gray clothing for large carnivores. I think of you. Whenever I see a program featuring mostly Canidae, dog humanoid actors, she thinks of Legoshi." So that brings her to the verge of tears, and it was just a really touching and sweet moment. And she then gets pissed off at Legoshi because she doesn't think that he's listening to her, but in fact he did listen to her and apologized for making Haru so miserable. So they end up having a nice moment, so I'll just leave it at that. So anyway, for point number 7 is one of my favorite quotes from this manga, and it's "Me speak marine language just," and it's from Segwan, and I just thought it was really funny because during this like little spiel that Segwan said, Legoshi's apartment gets raided by the police because it's apparently covered in deer blood, so who knows what could have gone down there. Read the manga, and I'm gonna keep on saying that. So, but anyway, as Legoshi makes his way to the turf war carrying a torch which is lit by a mixture of carnivore and herbivore blood, wolf and deer to be more precise, it's seen by Melon and the other spectators in the back alley market, and it was a really wonderful and illustrated panel, so I'll just leave it at that. So now we bounce back to Yaya and the 500 Corner Rat Corps. If you remember those guys, it's a group of 500 rats who can like anime mech merge into a bear of some sort, and I just thought the way that character was drawn, it was just really interesting from previous volumes. So yeah, the 500 Cornered Rat Corps make an appearance, and it was nice to see them again. So they end up talking with Yaya, and Yaya was also looking in on Seven's situation, disguised as a zebra during that milk factory volume. I don't remember the exact one. It's the same type of disguise as in that volume. I think it was volume 14. If I'm wrong, let me know down in the comments. Honestly, Yaya still kind of looks like Wesker to me from that, with that zebra disguise. So, but another thing I forgot to mention about that Haru pouring her heart out moment, they almost first kissed from volume 7 chapter 6. So read the manga to find out the more details about that. So anyway, the next point I want to talk about, Legoshi has to fight the Dokugumi, Komodo dragons, the Madaragumi, leopards, the Inaragumi, foxes, and maybe some other Canidae, and then finally the Shishigumi. And his first fight is with the Dokugumi boss, Savan, which his name means soap in Japanese, and his age is unknown, unfortunately, but I really do like his design. Like, it's a gas mask to keep his venom from secreting everywhere and melting everything. I mean, we've all seen Gosha melt that restaurant floor like it was nothing, but Komodo dragon's venom becomes more lethal as they get emotional, according to Gosha. So I just thought it was really interesting to finally see the Komodo dragon boss in action. So Legoshi and Saban end up having their fight, and it was just a really well drawn and phenomenal experience. Like, it was just really badass and really wonderful. So after the first, fight of the round, Legoshi is pummeled to oblivion. I mean, the Dokugumi boss Saban just really gives it all and ends up piling a bunch of rubble on Legoshi. Like, he used his venom to like melt some of the structure of the building, and according to him, Komodo dragon venom is a sacred product of their gang, so it's a sacred secretion to them. So I just thought that was really interesting. And as Saban was like getting ready to pray for Legoshi's soul to go on to the afterlife, he marks it with a bunch of blood scales made from his own blood, and he wanted to send Legoshi's soul peacefully to the afterlife. But, Legoshi is getting back up on sheer adrenaline, determination, anime plot armor, whatever you want to call it, and it was just a really well visualized fight. So this really impresses Saban when he sees Legoshi's fighting spirit. So he ends up using a technique called a tail bomb, where a Komodo dragon would rip off their own tail and attach a little explosive to it and throw it to their person's way. It's like you're literally playing hot potato, or whatever you want to call it, towards your opponent just to quickly get away and dispatch your opponent. Which, this leaves Saban quite shocked in the end, so I thought it was really interesting. So anyway, my overall thoughts with Volume 20, lots of dramatic and action-packed moments in the beginning, middle, from Haru, Louis, and Legoshi's perspective. I mean, we have Louis giving his first speech as the Horn's conglomerate president, and then while Louis is experiencing phantom pains as Legoshi's going through the turf war within the back alley market. It's just a really solid experience, and along with Haru getting a chance to pour her heart out and Legoshi apologizing to her for making her so miserable, I give Volume 20 of Beastars a 9.5 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more content from this channel. What was your favorite part from Volume 20 of Beastars? Let me know down in the comments below. And again, like, share, comment on this video. Be sure to hit that notification bell whenever a video pops up onto this channel. This is Kite562 signing out, and as always, I hope you have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.